Welcome back. It is 8:24 right now. So checking in on today's consumer news, did 2022 bring you a debt hangover? Listen to this. The average consumer took on over $1,200 of new debt over the holidays. Credible.com personal finance expert Dan Roccato joining us with advice on how to treat that hangover. Hi, Dan. Good morning.
Hey, Liz, how are you? Some hangovers are fun. This kind, not so much.
Not so much. I mean, Dan, these numbers are not good. We were paying down debt. We've talked about that. What happened?
We were doing a pretty good job. What happened was the government stimulus programs really have come to an end. So that has pinched some of the consumers who were, got that extra cash during the pandemic. Young families in particular, Liz, took on a lot more debt over the Christmas holidays. That's probably understandable. But the number that concerns me the most is about a third of us have credit cards where we're paying more than 20% interest.
Whoa.
And as you know, that makes it really hard to get out from underneath that debt pile.
Yeah, talk about just feeling like you're in that hole that you can't get out of. I mean, what tips do you have for consumers to get back on track?
So there is good news, right? We can do this. And look, this is the no shame zone. We've all been there, right?
Yeah.
So number one, prioritize your debt that has the high interest rate. So if you have two credit cards, one with a higher rate than the other, let's focus on the higher rate. Avoid the minimum payment trap. Liz, if you've got $5,000 in your credit card, average interest rate, let's say 18%, it's going to take you 30 years if you're just making the minimum payment each month to get rid of it. So that pizza you bought last night better be pretty epic, because you're going to be paying for it for 30 years.
Wow.
And finally, if you've got decent credit, how about a 0% card? One of these new teaser rates, transfer over the high balance. It'll help you get rid of that debt faster if you're disciplined about it.
What do you do what do you do if you're really in trouble? I mean, again, no shame zone. We want to help people get out of that space that they're in.
Yeah, and there's a lot of folks there, right? They're hurting. So number one, do not go in the witness protection program. Pick up the phone, call your credit card company. That may sound crazy, but I want you to do it and tell them the truth. I'm in trouble. I need help. They will work with you, maybe lower your rate, give you some more flexible terms. They don't want you just to throw the bill in the sock drawer and forget about it. If you've got decent credit, maybe a personal loan, consolidate that high interest debt onto a lower interest personal loan. That could help. And finally, if you're really jammed up, a lot of folks are, a nonprofit debt counselor. Nonprofit is the key word. So you want to make sure that they're working for you, not for someone else.
That is the key word, because you see those commercials all the time and you're going, oh, what's the catch there? Dan, appreciate it. Thank you for being with us this morning. It's good to have you back.
Appreciate it. Thanks to be here, and I'll see you next week.
Next week, for sure.